Okay, it looks like we're live. Hey everybody, Z to the O to the E here. You know me as Zoe, and we're doing my 4th consecutive live stream in a row. I just want to say thank you all for watching and being here today, and if you're watching on the review, welcome. It's been really cool to be able to do these live streams. They don't get as many views as my traditional videos on YouTube, or heck, even my shorts on Instagram or whatever, but it's been a lot of fun to do them, and it's kind of cool to hang out with everybody for a little bit of time and whatnot, and you know, all the good stuff. I have speech chat on, so your comments should be blasted live for me.
RC Dude FPV UK.
Hey, RC Dude.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I am really burnt out this week. I don't know, I'm dealing with a lot of pain issues. And I finally got some decent sleep last night. I'd say decent, I mean like okay-ish sleep. And I'm not in a lot of pain today, but I just very low energy.
Hi Zoe.
Hey Captain Calgary. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, so I'm not going to be super high energy, and on top of that, it is raining outside. So I'm hoping some of my friends can be joining me today to do some of the fun flying that I am not going to be able to do. Which is kind of the point of live stream, I guess, is to, a lot of places are wet and not flyable right now, and this is
Johnny DRC said, hi Zoe.
Hey Donnie.
Burby
yeah.
XE said, hello.
Hey Burb.
Grasslands Pilot said, Happy New Year's. You look and sound amazing. This is the only live I've been watching.
Thanks, Grasslands. Yeah, I was debating doing another stream here for New Year's, a 24-hour live stream. That may happen, may probably not happen.
Technique
I'm
FPV
so low energy right now.
Said, help at ZoeFPV and become a Patreon here. https://www.patreon.com/ZoeFPV.
Thanks, Technique.
Kit FPV said, hey I friends, Happy New Year.
Thanks, kid. Yeah, no, Happy New Year, everybody.
Technique FPV said, hi at Kit FPV. Donnie.
Donnie. Yes,
Person turquoise waving
Donnie.
elbow cough.
Donnie should be here in a little bit for an interview. I'm gonna try something a little bit different.
What's up, Zoe? I've been a fan of yours since I got into FPV. I'm glad you are back to posting again. I missed your flying. Kit FPV said,
thank you.
AI Tech.
I'm glad I'm flying again.
Technique FPV said, at Donnie Mazab.
Scott, I'm glad to be flying again. I'm glad to be airborne and doing all the things. It's been very
Raven
heartwarming to
187
get back into it.
said, good morning from Australia.
Hello, my friends from Australia. Yeah, I'm hoping to continue with it. I mean, I have quote-unquote a plan for the next like 5 months or so for my weight loss, because I'm down over 90 pounds now in less than 5 months, which is pretty insane.
Raven 187 said, hey Donnie.
Yeah, and again, Donnie's gonna be on the stream later. We're gonna do something a little different today.
Damn. Grasslands Pilot said, at some point you will need to mute commitment chat. Go back and forth. Open when you start, fly, and whatnot.
This is true, although today I'm trying to buy a little bit of time because it's raining and there's not a lot happening.
Right back at you.
No, I'm gonna make it work. But Allie, Kit, she's going to be joining us and hopefully flying a unicorn in 3D today.
Donnie.
So at least be that happening. It's sunny and beautiful where she's at.
And
ironically, when it's sunny and beautiful where she's at, it's raining and miserable here, and vice versa, it seems to be. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to do. So it'll be a very chill day today. Also, I'm gonna see if I can find a way to mute the thing, the chat, the thing. I don't know how to mute it.
Technique FPV said, if you would like quad help or want to talk with at ZoeFPV, you can join her Discord here.
Thanks, Technique.
https://discord.com/invite/nrn9goo3.
To mute this? I'm seriously not trying to figure out if I can mute this easily.
Said, I have the opposite problem. I'm down to 54 kilograms and I'm 6'2". I need some weight. Grinning face with sweat. Kit FPV. Said, wish me luck. It's about to be the maiden of this beautiful squad.
Let's see if this works.
Laughing face.
Let's see if this works. Oh, hey, Space just joined us in the Discord. So I think I turned off the voice thingy for a minute. And yeah, so the way I have the speech chat set up, it's on its own thing. I think I need to set up as a source. Honestly, I'm very bad with it. It's not a source yet. And it's right now in my web browser, and it's brought into Discord, or it's brought into OBS via my desktop audio, which Discord is also brought in under. So a little bit of a mess. So I'll work on that for next week. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff I want to work on for the stream, and that's kind of the first part of the stream. Is this is far from where I want it to be. And I think the beauty of it and of the stream and doing it every week is that I can kind of start figuring out what the fuck it is I want to be, and you know, and trying stuff out, doing something different. Like this week, we're gonna have Donnie on the stream, and I'm gonna try to ask him some questions that I'm gonna get an AI to give me to ask him. I'm gonna try to deliver them deadpan, and at least it'll be interesting. It's gonna be FPV related, but not. And I want to start doing interviews with people in chat. I want to start doing, you know, like show and tells and stuff with the stream. And Donnie didn't know what I was gonna do up until this point. So Donnie, prepare yourself. And thanks Maddie, thanks Levitated, Burb, everyone else that's joining us. Raven, much love. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out some more formats, and I was gonna do something. Again, I've been very low energy this week. I was going to put together a how to. Hey Bob Noxious, welcome. And Maddie, welcome. Yeah, so I was gonna put up like a how to join the live stream guide, because I'm trying to turn this into a community event. This isn't just like my live stream. This is the Outer Limits live stream, which I should probably put a logo or something to denote. It's not just at ZoeFPV, it's the Outer Limits live stream. And the Outer Limits is my Discord, which I've had for many, many years now. And a lot of us have been hanging out. We have a team in DCL. I'm part of Mach 1 FPV, and you know, they do some stuff with DCL, but I'm also put together a open team called Rainbow, which is me and my friends just pushing and having fun in the DCL open team events. And I'm starting a second team for that, like a Rainbow Flow team essentially. There's so many people now that we've maxed out one team and I'm trying to go to two. So like that's a whole thing that I'm trying to work on, and wanted to work on more this week and didn't get a lot done this week, as I'm trying to illustrate in my opening intro for the week. But I think it's also good sharing successes and failures, because there's things I want to work on and I have full intention to that I haven't, and then there's things that, you know, aren't even on my radar. So the team stuff on DC I really like, because it's been a really good opportunity to hang out with my friends and push each other to be better pilots. Like, racing is fun and stuff, but like we've been doing mostly trying to put in better times for the events, which are scored, and the scores for DCL events will contribute to your overall pilot ranking in the game. So getting better times, essentially it's time attack, which there's racing, which is a little bit different than time attacks. Time attack, you can keep repeating and failing until you get a good score. Racing, there's a little bit more strategy involved. You're not always trying to go as fast as possible. You're just trying to, you know, go faster than the person next to you while not crashing. So it's a little bit more different, but the point being is that we're still pushing each other to be better pilots consistently, like on a daily basis on my Discord, which has been really, really fun. So I highly recommend sim practice, highly recommend sim training, and honestly, practicing with a team of pilots on like a daily basis for DCL, pretty freaking cool. much to Chef's kiss. All of our piloting ability has gotten immensely better in a very short amount of time. And I know...
It's made such a difference in my flying.
Say it again?
It's made such a difference in my flying, for sure.
Yeah, no, and as I know every week I feel like I've been seeing massive amounts of like progress. Hey Soul and Sublime, welcome to the stream. And hey Space. But yeah, so I've been really getting into the whole sim practice thing immensely, especially as winter sets in. It's a lot easier to open the sim up and get some hours in versus go out and fly. And so stick time has been a big thing. And honestly, having people to fly with on a team is pretty freaking cool. And unfortunately, I do not know how to read acrylic. Yeah, so Team Rainbow opening up a flow team, put a few more people on there. It's almost to the point, so we need 3 people actively to be able to put times down each week on a team. So almost to the point where I can start putting the people on the team to do that. Soul asks, is there an FPV simulator for 3D drones? Yes, there is. Liftoff has 3D mode, Uncrashed has 3D mode, Freerider has 3D mode. I prefer Uncrashed. But I really love Liftoff because of the multiplayer, and overall Liftoff has always been very supportive of 3D mode and put it in there after I booked them and asked them to. So, yeah, so Uncrashed is really good. If you haven't tried Uncrashed yet, Burb, highly recommend Uncrashed. Physics in it are really, really good. I tend to like to add a little bit of extra weight to the quads that Uncrashed. It just seems to make them fly a little bit better as far as like the stock settings go. Like every sim seems to try to get the settings right, and they have, you know, gravity, drag, all these things, but none of them will ever feel quite right to me. With Uncrashed, it feels easiest to just add a little bit of weight to the quad and you're basically done as far as like making it feel more like a real 3D setup. I may actually do a video on that at some point because it has some settings in Liftoff and Uncrashed that kind of make them feel more like my actual 3D setup, which is very helpful if you're trying to go from, you know, simulator to the real world. Having stuff that's like jarringly different is very jarring. But yeah, hey Kevin Smith, welcome. Yeah, so that's like a whole thing, and DCL is really pretty chill as far as simulator stuff goes. My rates in DCL, for instance, going to trying to keep things, you know, similar. The rates in DCL are very similar to my freestyle rates. The only difference, I wouldn't say the only difference, the big difference is linearity. So each of them has the same like degree per second as far as stick throw goes, but my rates in DCL are much more linear, much more flat. I have no expo now. In DCL, which is a huge thing. I fly with like a little bit of expo in the real world. So that's like a whole thing. But it's good. Like I've noticed my actual real world flying is getting better just by doing, you know, sim training. And yeah, there's a little bit of a whole thing going from sim to the real world, but realistically, stick time, and I'll say this and I'll die on the grave, stick time is stick time, whether it's virtual or real, whether it is physics accurate or not, you're still going to, you know, develop your skills and muscle memory faster if you do it more often, and simulators allow you to just hyperbolic time chamber that shit from just like go into this like little area and just, you know, skill up very quickly. Johnny D asks, I doubt it, but does anyone make a 3D prop for 7-inch quads? I don't think so. My APC props in California may make a 7-inch 3D prop, but their website is very hard to navigate.
I thought there was a 7-inch for some reason, but not a 3, is that right?
There's no 3 inches, there's no tiny whoop props yet. So yeah, Bird, there is no 3D tiny pops, unfortunately. But as far as everything else goes, yeah, there might be a 7-inch APC prop. I think there is a 6-inch APC prop. I want to say there is a 7-inch. I'm just never used it.
If you find the 7-inch, leave us a link in the Discord.
Yeah, for real. If you find a 7-inch, please leave it in the Discord. That's something also I kind of want to get going at some point, is having a set of links to different 3D propellers, because I used to have that in my Discord link or my YouTube links, but sources of propellers change constantly, and it's really hard to keep up with like who has what and whatnot. But yeah, Maddie, I'd like to make a Whoop, a 3D rig, as you say. Yes, I would also like to make a 3D Whoop. It's very difficult. At one point in time, I was working with Newbie Drone, and I was trying to get them to be able to do a 3D Whoop. At the time, the brushless whoops are very brand new and not like super good like they are now, but they're getting a lot better. But yeah, no, and Wind Jumpy, yes, thank you. I'm doing a lot better so far. I'm not doing great. I keep saying, like, I'm doing better, I'm not doing great. I have a lot further I want to go, and that's kind of where I got stuck at a minute ago before I went on my side tangents, and with this whole intro and whatnot today. I generally wanted to keep these 10-minute intros to 10 minutes, but it's turning into a 20-minute rant, which is fine. My live stream, I get to do what I want. And Miles, I still have your fork, by the way. I just lost your shipping information, so hit me up on Discord. I will send you your fork. But yeah, no. So going into next year, I have like a plan, quote unquote. A plan, because I've lost a lot of weight, and my goal is to hit a certain weight in a certain amount of time, which is going to take me another 4 or 5 months. Might take a little bit longer, depending. And on top of that, it's to be able to travel easier, because like with my nerve pain and everything else, like being in pain constantly sucks. And being overweight and in pain sucked even more, so it's like one of the few things I can do to hopefully control, you know, a little bit of my physicality and a little bit of my physical symptoms. So I'm trying to lose a little bit more weight going into 2024. And by a little bit more weight, I mean like another 80, 90 pounds or so, which is a lot of weight. And I want to be able to get to that way, because I want to be able to travel, and I want to be able to get on airplanes and actually not, and have the least amount of resistance, quote unquote, to be able to do things I want to do in life. Because I'll always have pain, I always have, you know, struggles and whatnot, but if I can at least do the things I can do to make those struggles as easy as possible, that'd be great. And likewise, pain management's always going to be a thing, like, it just is. But whatever. And honestly, it weighs on me pretty heavily on a daily basis. Like this week, I haven't gotten much done. I've been just trying to manage my mood more so than manage doing anything. Yeah, it's been a whole struggle. Yeah, I'll try turmeric, Miles. I've tried a lot of different things. Turmeric is one of the few supplements / things I've not added to my diet. But yeah, it's a thing going forward that I'm trying to balance. So there's a lot of jobs and all the things I want to be able to do that I don't want my, you know, nerve to keep me from doing. So that weighs heavily on me, and also trying to find a job that works within the range of things that I can do / whatever. That's a whole fucking struggle. And that was one of the reasons why I was gonna start a live stream tomorrow, was to do like some fundraising, because I need the money. I need money to get the RV fully up and running and fixed, at least with the house system. I need to fix the electrical on it. Primarily, there's this auto transfer switch that blew and it needs to be replaced. And right now, it's like there's no house electrical. There's just because of that, like the 12-volt system needs new batteries. like, I need to raise funds for that, and I haven't been able to really raise any funds for that in the last few months, which has been very heartbreaking. Not gonna cry. Going on. Trying really hard to stay positive because, you know, I want things to get better. And they have been. Like, the things I can control and do, I'm doing. And like, that part of that is I have the opportunity to make content again. Making content again. Haven't been creatively inspired to make, you know, highly edited videos. So I've been doing live streams, been doing shorts and stuff like that. You know, I've been flying a lot. That's the other thing too. I've been focusing more on flying than focusing on content. So to that end, I feel bad that I haven't been posting more, but I've been glad that I've been flying more. So yeah. I just hope I can find funds for the RV, funds for a few small things just to keep me going as far as like life expenses go. One of the biggest things I quote-unquote need right now, / because I'm taking DCL so seriously, for things I can't really talk about, and reasons I can't talk about, is I need a 144Hz monitor so I can train more appropriately. Because right now I'm stuck at 60 FPS, and it's a little bit frustrating. But that's more of almost a want more than a need. And right now, the RV needs a lot of love. And likewise, I want to buy clothing, but I'm losing so much weight so quickly, I can't justify that. Like, so yeah, it's been kind of a struggle. I don't talk about that stuff lately. I've been trying to stay more focused on the positive, because there are a lot of positives. You know, I've been very happy to have as many friends to hang out with online and in my Discord, and have a place that has been very stable for me here in Woodlake, California. Hanging out with Wu-Tang and stuff has been really good. So like, I've been, you know, climbing that Mount Rushmore of my life. Grassland says, take the weight loss slow. When you lose weight, it burns energy and dumps inflammation process. You have to flush those waste products of energy use. Yeah, no, the weight loss can't go. I mean, if I go any faster, I'd have to like actively make my body burn more calories than it would on a normal basis. But like, my weight loss has been pretty steady, and I'm not gonna like, I don't know, my diet has been pretty sustainable for the past 4 months. I mean, my fast days have definitely been more low energy, because like, I do like 1,000 calories, 500 calories, 1,000 calories, 500 calories. It's my every other day thing. So about 1,500 calories every 2 days. And so I do a little munching on my fast days, and then on the feed days I do one big meal and maybe a couple keto snacks. And it's all keto. And so I've been doing this now for months, and I've just been in this process of doing it that I know I can add a little bit more protein, especially to my diet, but I've been hesitant to change anything because it's been working so goddamn well. I mean, it's like, quote-unquote, hard to argue with the results. But at the same time, there's days where I feel like absolute shit because of it. But then again, it's like, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Or in this case, nothing ventured, nothing lost, or whatever. But yeah, Grassland, I've been definitely thinking about it. But I have goals. I know what's sustainable. I think weight loss wise, I've done a lot of research. I'm feeling pretty confident on things. But I'm gonna try to increase a little bit of calorie intake, especially protein. My biggest thing is making sure I don't get low on protein, because I don't want my body to start eating away at my muscles and whatnot. But beyond that, you know. And if anyone's really curious, like, down to talk about the weight loss stuff, I just want to make my entire stream about weight loss and my journey and whatnot. 'Cause it's been a big one, and while it's been a big one, it's not the entirety of my life or the changes. You know, the fact is, like, I wake up every day now, and I don't know, it's 4 months ago when I moved here to Woodlake and started like figuring things out with the RV and stuff here. I was flying every day because I had the opportunity to walk down to the park and fly. after it got way too cold to do that in the mornings, because cold equals pain for me, I've now switched to doing simulator practice for like an hour. So I try to do a sim hour practice in the morning, at least an hour at night, and then realistically I'm trying to do several hours during the day. But yeah, so that's been my routine. Wake up, shower, get coffee, do sim practice, take meds, do the things, get ready, try, and I've been really good at least doing the baseline level of that, even when I feel really shitty. Now, this past week, have not been able to do a lot more beyond that. And like I said earlier, I have projects I want to get done, that will get done, but, you know, it is what it is. And it's also the holidays, so I'm trying to give myself that, you know, space. Grassland pilots, what is way too low? Seriously, 500 calories a day. Okay, so on keto, and especially with this diet in particular, because I have so much fat on my body, and because my body is now fat adapted being in keto, my body is effectively burning fat as a for energy, as an energy source. It's burning ketones, which essentially are burning from fat. You can also get them from actual protein, aka muscle, but you don't want to do that because that's bad. You want your body to burn fat. So my body has become fat adapted, which allows me to burn about 0.7-ish pounds of fat a day. So just shy of a pound of fat a day of burn rate. And because my baseline burn rate is around 3,000 plus calories a day, when I eat 500 calories, that gives me a remainder of 2,900-ish calories for my body to burn of its own fat. And this is all math. I did the math on my Discord. I have all this stuff listed. But I could literally, it just boils down to what is your baseline burn rate? What is your intake? And then exercise adds to that burn rate, right? But because I'm so overweight and still overweight, my baseline burn rate is much higher than someone that's, say, their goal weight or 100 pounds less than me. So my body naturally burns more calories. And then being in keto and being in this diet and with fasting, it puts my body into a further state of autophagy and calorie and fat burning. So it's just flushing the fat down. Now, I can screw up. If I have sugars or anything sugar related, or I start eating a bunch of carbs, I'll kick myself out of ketosis, and while I'll still have a low calorie intake, my body won't be as fat adapted as it is now, and as quote-unquote comfortable as it is just burning fat. So on my days where I quote-unquote eat nothing, for the most part I feel okay up until 36 hours in the fast, when I start getting lightheaded and woozy. But that's also why I have tons of meat sticks. Thanks Technique for plugging. And hey Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, today's been me just blarping into the camera. I'm gonna have Donnie on here in a moment. It's been raining. The rain might stop by the time the stream ends, so I'm gonna try to get some actual live flights in. I'm gonna interview the one and only Donnie, someone I've known for a while in FPV. We're gonna play around with the format a little bit, so it's gonna be very awkward and very, very, very weird. So you might want to stick around for that. But yeah, just kind of getting back to everything as announcements. Someone asked, Grasslands, okay, said, tell us about your gear and what you have next and what you're currently using. Gear-wise, for those still curious, I still get a lot of odd looks for this. I use the giant FPV radio from DJI still. But yeah, it's like a whole thing. And Grasslands, yeah, no, 100%, I know. Don't worry about it though. I know people that have been in keto for years in the FPV world, and I've done keto before. But it's there's a whole thing with keto and autophagy and IMF, but I'm not too worried about it dumping too much waste products into my body. And I am getting my blood done, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, beef jerky is my friend. And yeah, lots and lots of fluids. I drink probably like 64 ounces of water a day, which is quite a bit of water. And that's like a huge thing. But yeah, no, my diet is largely based off of one from Dr. O, and I don't have a link to him on hand, but I've been following his diet regimen slightly modified because I added in intermittent fasting. So I've done a lot of research on IMF, and now I'm just getting into talking about my diet. But whatever, I kind of want to talk about like IMF. So intermittent fasting is interesting because there's this whole like, I don't know how to say this whole thing to it, but like intermittent fasting, I always thought fasting was like something that religious people did. I never really gave it any scientific thought, but the last few years there's been a lot of studies done on fasting, and it's showing that the body starts releasing certain types of chemicals like certain hours into your fasting schedule. So about 48 hours into a fast, your body is like releasing more human growth hormones. It's releasing a lot more BDNF hormones in your brain, like the ability for your brain to actually create new neural connections and stuff. But it tapers off from 48 hours to 72 hours. So after 72 hours, you're not getting any of those benefits. And also there hasn't been studies to show what doing that on a semi-regular basis does. So I'm kind of experimenting in that range. But I'm making sure I get the baseline protein in me, which is the big one, and yeah. But yeah, going on to the gear, and then hopefully Donnie. Thank you, Grassland. Start for the tangent. FPV radio. I still use the V2 goggles. Nothing super fancy with these, honestly, but it's what I love. I really enjoy DJI's FPV feed. I still think, honestly, it's probably one of the best, if not the best. And I do like the bigger, boxier goggles. The feed on this still looks good, so I'm glad that I got to come back into FPV, and the goggles I'm using are still pretty up there, you know. And technique, I don't know if I have the stream element working thing, unfortunately. So if anyone's left me a tip, thank you so much. I appreciate it immensely. I'm sorry I did not see it come through yet, but let me wait. Can I let me just check it manually. Do I see it manually? Yes. Oh my god, thank you for the tip. Snippet. Or see, that's the thing, it pops up under some. Oh my god, I can't even fucking see who it is. I need to fix this. I'm so sorry. I'm a bad streamer. I'm a horrible streamer. Where's Donnie? Donnie, save me, Donnie. Okay, he's in standby. Okay. This is gonna turn like horrible. Like the stream is gonna start going off the rails now. I had a whole thing. I was gonna do a whole thing. Okay. Okay, moving on. Hardware. We're gonna do some live rips probably. It looks like the rain's gonna stop or is stopping. We're gonna interview Donnie real quick. He looks like he's ready in the standby. I have some horrible questions to ask him that I did not write. So without further ado, we are going to bring Donnie in for something to add. Okay. Hey Donnie, feel free to turn on your camera at any point in time if you're ready. Or not.
It's the Donnie difference.
That is the Donnie difference. Oh hey, there's Donnie. Okay, let me see if I can get this working right.
Alright, let's see. Let me
also, I don't have a proper what's it called? I don't have a proper scene for this. So I'm doing horrible. Let me do this. Let me do this.
You sound like me 3 years ago on my first stream night.
I guess that makes you the first like real.
I will say at least your audio is a lot better than mine was on my first few streams. Oh my.
Okay. So this kind of works. This kind of works. Let me. Okay. So what is the Donnie difference?
The Donnie difference.
Yeah, because that's like
That's
your
the Donnie
catchphrase.
difference.
Yeah. So what is the Donnie difference? Honestly, I'm kind of curious why I've never asked that question before. I don't think I have.
So somebody had said it at one time, and I remembered that Ted, maybe it's even Ted 2, when Donnie's cleaning the bathroom.
Okay, but first, who the fuck are you? For the people at home that don't know who you are.
I'm like a lot of us just say, another guy who got into FPV. I got into it to do real estate. Let's just say that. Come on, y'all fucked up now. To get into real estate, one thing led to another. UAV Futures Stu had me on for your daily dose of Donnie when he was streaming a couple years ago or so. So next thing you know, somebody asked me to start streaming, so I started streaming. I try to look out for the small guys. Just like, you know, on corporations, we look out for our local shops, mom and pop shops. I kind of came into FPV kind of in the same way. So that's
No, I'm really curious. You recently hit 1,000 subscribers on your channel. Was that the biggest achievement of your life, and why was that?
I don't know if it was the biggest achievement in my life, but it was definitely a AKA goal that I set out for myself that I knew one way or the other I'd get. But when I put a time frame on it, I freaking was out to get it. And then when I found out that I was closer to it than I was going to be, then I pushed a little harder and achieved it sooner than what the actual time was. So, again, that's another.
And by the way, I'm
That's
doing
the
a
Donnie
slight
difference.
character. I'm trying to be slight. I'm trying to be slightly.
I'm ready
I don't know
for-
what the word is. I
I'm-
don't know what the word is.
I'm waiting for these crazy AI fucking questions.
No, I'm trying to roll into them without making it too obvious, right? I mean, obviously, okay.
Oh, and sorry up front about the kitty cat that's gonna probably meow, 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 because yeah, she keeps trying to push her feeding time, and it's supposed to be
I
5.
mean,
but
it's only an
it's
issue
gonna be
if you
4
don't
now.
turn it into a dead cat airframe.
You know, I was into FPV almost 4 years before I found out how that became an actual terminology of somebody actually stuffing
I like
their cat.
how after you go out of screen for a moment, it's just Hallie like smoking off a bong. That's like the only
Yeah.
thing I see when you like dip in. It's weird. Okay. So going on to the AI questions. So this honestly, I wanted to keep these like the actual interview in my head. In my head, I pictured the interview. 1 second. In my head, I pictured the interview going like this. Between two ferns with Zach Galifianakis, I'm interviewing someone, asking them irrelevant questions and poking fun at them for like 2 minutes straight, and that's it. This is not going anything like that whatsoever. So I just wanted to like point that out to people while we do this. This is not what I was intending whatsoever, but here we are. Okay, so getting into the real questions, Donnie, because I have to pretend to be a real interviewer, and to pretend to be a real interviewer, I have some AI-generated questions for you. One of these you've already heard, and maybe you'll have the answer
Somebody
for this
really
one.
super cool.
Zoe, you're an AI puppet.
Maybe one day. One day I'll download my brain into the computer land, and I won't have to have this broken body anymore. Until then, if your drone
What
had a
makes you
dating
think you can't do
profile-
that now if you had the money and the freaking?
I don't have
right
the
circle?
money. Hello, someone that has the money or resources, let's just... Ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Anyways.
Get rid of eating and all that. Like, how would your brain comprehend? Like, you don't have to eat no more.
It'd be great. I mean, I already don't eat for 48 hours at a time, practically, Donnie, so this would be easy for me. If your drone... if your drone had a dating profile, what pickup line would you think it would use to charm other drones? Are you a quadcopter? Because you've got me spinning.
Do you flow my way?
Oh, these questions are so broken. They should have proofread this before I said it.
I'm just gonna answer them as best of my ability.
It's probably better this way.
Maybe I need to grab my AI stuff and
honestly,
just throw them in and find out the answer it gives.
Honestly, it's probably
we'll
better
like,
this way, Donnie. It's better this way. It'll be funnier. I'm just gonna.
Well,
okay.
I'm just curious if it would ever be like back in the day. Do you remember the fur babies? and the early versions, if you put them together, they would start fighting each other.
What are fur babies?
They were.
Oh, Furbies.
They were like, or Furbies. Sorry, fur babies. No, I think there are some fur babies though too. Yeah, Furbies. Anyways, let's move on.
Okay, so drones are like paparazzi of the sky. Do you ever catch them gossiping about celebrities and rating their landings on a scale of 1 to crash?
Repeat that again.
Moving on. If drones formed a boy band, what would their hit single be? And would they tour exclusively in airspace?
Would they? Yeah, I guess. I thought they were gonna ask me what the name would be.
You know, what is their hit single? What would their hit single be?
Oh, hit single.
Yeah, if drones...
Props off?
If they... props off would be their... Oh, that's actually a good one. I like this. We finally had a little spark of something there for a moment. Okay, moving on. I heard drones have a secret society. Can you tell us about the initiation process, or is it classified above top secret?
No, I think you just have to say fuck FAA and their stupid ass 107 rules. Well, maybe not the 107, but some of the remote ID rules. Yeah, let me rephrase. I'm so mad at it already, so you know. It just...
I mean, that is quite the process.
Yes.
Drones can capture stunning sunsets, but can they help find my lost keys? Asking for a friend who's still searching for his car from 2015.
I mean, I doubt you got air tags on there, so probably not.
If your drone had a favorite movie, would it be The Fly or Top Gun, and why?
What the fuck?
It's actually a semi-decent question, honestly.
It is. And it's
if your drone had a favorite movie.
I would think my drone would probably pick Top Gun. Yep.
I mean, I feel like
kind of
out of those two, I feel like that's not even a question, really. What the fuck would The Fly out of those two?
Just because it's a flying object, maybe. But yeah, the thing gets trapped, and then depending on which fly version it's referring to, the original 50s version isn't too bad. He just gets stuck on a web, and that's the end of the.
So I'm only going to ask you like one more question, because I don't want to keep going down this pathway too long. Honestly, this has been a longer interview than I even anticipated, because I want to get some live rips in here. And I appreciate your time, Donnie, and I don't want to keep you up. And honestly, if you want to see more of me and Donnie, I will be on his stream later tonight, I believe.
Yes.
And Donnie's got some amazing live stream stuff happening. Can you tell us a little bit about that real quick, Donnie?
Yeah, so I started the live rip in there, I believe it was this year. I can't remember how it went about, but I said, fuck it, let's go, and then it led into what it is. But the main core of this show is literally sampling you guys while sampling new strands of marijuana here in the great state of Michigan, because it is both medical and recreationally legal. And I should just get my hand out of my freaking way in my mouth. I don't know why I have it doing like not during an interview, Donnie. Come on now.
Well, in that beautiful case, drones are like modern cupids of technology. Have you ever been asked to deliver a love letter, and did the recipient follow a restraining order?
Oh, the answer I could have totally rolled out right now with that would have been so messed up and inappropriate. So, when in doubt, don't whip it out. I will say
I'm assuming the love letter that you sent had a little bit more than just a letter and also included a picture.
Well, and it didn't include drones, because that was a long time ago, before drones were even in my
did it include a propeller for scale?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, well, folks, that's all the time I have right now for Donnie. Moving on, we are going to try to do some live rips.
I'm gonna use this little bit of an idea, maybe, and throw a little bit of this
Donnie, you're already off stream, Donnie. No, bye. Okay. I know Allie wanted to rip. I don't know where she's at with her stuff, but I think it is actually nice enough outside to go fly. So I'm gonna get some flights in before the stream is out and the day is done. Hopefully you all will join me for that and we can have a little bit more fun before the day is completely over. I only have 10 more minutes to the stream anyways. Yeah, so that was extremely excruciating to watch. Thank you for, being here and getting through that with me. Hey, Skyrot. Let me turn on the thing, on the speech chat thing, and I can hear people again. Okay, I can hear you all again. Beautiful. Okay. Looks like Allie is getting ready to fly. Is she ready?
No, Allie can't fly. It's not working with the app.
Okay, well don't worry. I'm ready. I think I'm ready to go rip anyway. So I'm gonna, I guess we'll fly. We'll start
Johnny DRC said lunch and then flying.
Yeah, we only have a few more minutes today, but I'm glad I did the stream. I'm glad I got to talk to everybody and whatnot. It was really nice. I'm glad I had Donnie on. I'm hoping that things get a little bit more streamlined as time goes on, and I get a bit more fluid with things as far as interviews go, and a bit more prep. There's not a lot of prep today, and that's the biggest thing. This is kind of chaotic and off the cuff, but I'm trying to make a habit of at least doing this every week at the same time. And try to build a community of people that enjoy it and want to be here with me during it. So thank you all for being here. It's been fun. With that being said, I think I have video. Let's check it out. Might be raining a little bit. Or December, anyways.
Johnny DRC said, hit the thumbs up button.
Yeah, smash that thumbs up button. I honestly feel bad. I really haven't advertised the streams yet because I feel like I haven't found the right rhythm to them. And likewise, I don't know if I'll be doing a live stream tomorrow / for the New Year's. I might do that for my birthday
Kevin
instead.
Smith
we'll see.
said, thank you.
I may do an impromptu stream tomorrow for the New Year's, though. We'll see. Okay, I think we have video. Yeah, we have video. Everything is so wet! It's so wet!
Obnoxious RX
It's so wet.
said,
the ground is wet lava.
have a good stream. Got to go do stuff.
Later, Bob.
fam.
Oh, I can smell people's fires right now. Oh, it's so wet. Also, video is really very shitty. I don't know why, but it's not happy today. I'm assuming it's because everything is wet. Still sending it with a 3-inch anyways. Yeah, right now I'm flying the 3-inch 3D setup for the Cinewoop in 3D. Wow, this is the first time I've seen someone walking down the street out here during a live stream, and it's wet. What the heck? I don't understand this. God, video is so much worse today than it is. It's very sad. Oh my god, the video is so bad today. Let's try a different rig. put the 5-inch up in the air. Flop. Well, I mean, that's fun. It's very wet. Everything is very, very wet. Very, very wet. But yeah, we were flying this little 3-inch rig right now. Full-size air unit, OG air unit. Very tonky, very big, very, you know, not streamlined for. You know, let's try my non-3D setup. This one, actually, this one's feeling, straight, let's just send it. I don't know, this one was feeling kind of weird the other day. But, why not?
Johnny DRC said, looks like the streets here.
Hopefully I've got video. Or not, maybe. There we go. Yeah, I'm super low energy today. I feel like I'm like pumped up, let's do this, do that, but realistically, I'm just having some fun. I have like one more
It's so
battery
awesome watching
this.
you fly 3D.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a non-3D pack. I'm just gonna see what the video's like on this setup.
Said, love the interview at Donnie. So excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
for
to
your
tighten
end
up
of
the
year
interviews
stream
and have them a little earlier in the stream next time. And I want to interview whoever wants to be interviewed too. I'm gonna have a sign up.
Sweet Hello Kitty blanket. Johnny DRC said, time to conformal code my quads. Kit FPV said, same 80 at Johnny DRC.
This one has a bit of vibration in it for some reason. I remember swapping out the props the other day on it and then not fixing it. But the video is a little bit better. Still not great, but better. May have just been that rig.
Jeremy Stone said, I just conformal coded mine getting ready for the Minnesota winter.
Having some fun, just doing some proximity. Definitely see my freestyles change because I race a lot more now.
Skyrod said, no conformal coding required for Swiss winters LOL.
Look at those big angry clouds. Look at those big angry clouds. Oh, my drone did not like being up there at that angle for some reason. My fucking video link was like, yeah, no, we're just gonna cut. Looks very pretty though. Just wish there was no jello. Voltage is getting a little bit low. Gonna do maybe one more battery after this. On my 3-inch, or not my 3-inch, my 3D 5-inch setup. This one's just set up for 2D right now with regular propellers. for me to play around and float around on. Okay, let's bring this one on in. I saw that drop of water. I saw that drop of water as it was hitting from the windowsill down. I got so scared. Did I get wet? No, I am not wet. We're good. Okay. Got one more setup to go today. Again, very, very, very chill, very slow. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Face red heart.
Very low amount of viewers right now. Not a lot of stuff happening. If you're tuned out, I understand. But we're gonna go out with a bang. I'm gonna have one last 3D pack, and then I am going to chill the heck out and probably enjoy my New Year's. If I do a New Year's live stream, it most likely will be tomorrow night-ish. Originally, I was planning on trying to do one live rip every hour on the hour. I'm trying to be realistic. I don't think I can do that this year, but still want to celebrate the new year in some way. So, yeah, definitely check that out. I'm going to be on Donnie's stream later tonight, so definitely check that out. That should be pretty good.
RC Dude FPV.
But yeah, I am just going to be taking probably the next few days / maybe next week or so off mentally. And just reset myself for the new year. Because I've got a lot that I want to do next year, and there's a lot on my mind. But yeah, so without further ado, let's rip one more pack in 3D and go out with a bang. And by that I mean hopefully not crashing a puddle. I don't like how it says my camera link is there we go. That was stream. Okay, 3D mode is enabled. I'm just gonna focus on flying and try to do some cool shit. Okay, that was some cool shit.
That was so cool.
Yeah, so for anyone wondering if you do 3D cinematic chase stuff, yes, you can do some 3D cinematic chase shit. Oh my god, that was so cool.
Skyrod said, 3D chase looks awesome. Johnny DRC said, land in the bed and take off.
Scootin'. This battery is hurting just a little bit, but you know what? Sending it, full
You
send.
can see the water spraying off of the sidewalk. That was funny.
Oh, that was close. And almost didn't see it. Okay, well, that is the stream, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that little fight with Z Unicorn. I got that on film. That was some cool chase footage. That was me going for it, which I don't always do. So thank you to the random person driving down the street. You gave me some amazing
How much
footage.
camera angle do you use?
That was like zero tilt, no tilt. That was just straight, maybe less than 5 degrees.
Johnny
just,
DRC
yeah, just like,
said, "Have a great day, everyone."
But yeah, Mr. Mom Joe, very little no tilt, which makes my 3D rig really nice for cinematic stuff because most cinematic pilots are flying very low tilt for most of the things
Jeremy
you're doing.
Stone said,
unless you're doing like
"Thank you."
chase footage, then you're running
Mom Joe
really with tilt.
said, "Thanks."
But yeah, thanks Ali for keeping me company in chat today, and thank you everyone else that has been a part of it. Oh yeah, can I do? I don't think I can do this properly. Can I do this? This works. Wait, does that work? Does this work? That does not work. I can't. No. Oh, it's not working.
Skyrock.
This is the point where I say goodbye, everybody.
Thanks for the
I
stream.
hope you enjoyed the stream.
See
We're
you
now
soon.
2 minutes over. I will see you next week, if not, maybe sooner. Probably tomorrow night for an impromptu stream that may or may not be deleted after the fact. Who knows? I don't know. But all I know is I had a lot of fun today, even though I'm low energy. So much love, and until next time. Bye. That was the wrong button. I just disconnected from Discord. I did not